Hello today, and I'm going to do a sort of a video response today to Lawnboyspost1975 once again. It's a debate really, or yeah, it is a debate. So consoles or PC gaming? Well, to me, we're going to go back in time, and there's something I want to get off my chest actually. It's for all these younger gamers that think of the older console, well, computers. As for example, this was my first ever computer that I owned way back in 1985. Yes, you heard me correctly, computer. And well, I'm going to have a go at the younger generation because they always refer to them as consoles. No, they are not consoles because these are computers. You actually use these to program games with. What they did back in the day, there wasn't no special computer or anything like that. Back in the day, they was using, if it was coded for the Amstrad CPC, they were using an Amstrad CPC. No special model or nothing. It was one of these. So this is a computer, not a console. Exactly the same with this. It's a Commodore 64. It's a computer, not a console. Same with the ZX Spectrum. All other 8-bit computers. The Amiga, etc, etc. It's got a keyboard. You can program with it. It's not a console. Get that through your fucking thick skulls. Sorry, that was my bit of a rant. So let's get back to the subject in hand. What would I choose, a console or a PC for gaming? Well, I'm not going to have a go at consoles, but to me it would be a PC. I've almost had a PC now for 20 odd years, and the reason why this is, it all started with computers with me, and that's where where it continues for me, because to me a computer, it wasn't just gaming. Well, back in the day these two were basically 95% gaming anyway, so even including my Amiga, I had two Amigas, but yeah, once again 95% of it was gaming. But it's nice to have the option to do other things with a computer, like maybe programming, the old mouse art, all this, and music. You know, that's what interests me now with owning a PC. It wasn't just gaming, it was doing other stuff with it, other tasks, as I say, music making, now video editing and making. Well, my edits are crap, so I don't give a fuck, but that's what it is. I love gaming, of course I do. It's a big part of my life, gaming. Say, with the arcade experience, you're never gonna that was probably the best gaming experience, was the arcades, was where it all started with me. I obviously had the Amstrad, Commodore 64, but it was always been computers with me. I did own consoles. I did own, I think the first console I did own was a PlayStation 2. Yes. It took a bit of a while to get me into consoles, but you know, my mates had PlayStation 1s. My mates had Super Nintendos, and yes, it was a good playing the games on there, especially Street Fighter 2 on the Super Nintendo. That was better than the Amiga version. It just was. I honestly thought consoles, yeah, console gaming is great. Yeah, of course it is. I'm not going to slate any console because it's not fair to. I am not going to do that because I have no problems with consoles. But to me, it was just more. I just wanted more than gaming. I wanted to do other stuff. And owning a console, I did get quite bored with it actually. I got bored with the PlayStation 2. Obviously, I sold it. Well, the reason why I sold my first PlayStation 2 because I was emigrating to the United States, so I had to sell everything basically. And I got a PlayStation 2 when I was in America. I think it was acquired to me and my wife at the time. Yeah, I had a PlayStation 2 over there, but somehow I just got bored with it. And when I got rid of it, we got the Nintendo Wii, and back there, that was obviously, I would say that was one of the best consoles. Yeah, because okay, the graphics wasn't always the best, but I've always said there's more to graphics to a game. It's gameplay itself. I'm sure a lot of people would agree, especially the retro gamers would be. There's more. You know, what makes a good game is the actual gameplay itself, not always the graphics and the sounds. You know, consoles, PCs, graphics are fantastic these days, there's no denying. But is the gameplay any good? Yes, okay. Yes, but is it fun to play? Is it fun? Like, can I sit there for hours playing Call of Duty? That's it. I played it for about 10 minutes, I got bored with it. Like with a lot of games these days, I get bored with it. I did a review on No Man's Sky. Yes, I was getting into it, but I saw Lucosa do his review on it, which was a great review, and he said he spent about 100 odd hours on it. I could not spend 100 odd hours playing a game. Okay, there's different tastes for different people. People have different tastes in games. Okay, I can understand that. But to me, playing No Man's Land, I would honestly get bored of it. I would get bored of it. But I can't argue with that, because that's just me. That's me. Other people love the game. Yeah, I totally understand it. That's what you mean. You can't say a game is shit. It's not fair to, because I might consider it shit, but other people might say, no, it's a fantastic game. So, no, it's not fair to say it's shit. No, you can't. Totally right. As I'm going off at a tangent, I should be talking about the subject at hand, or that's typical me, always going off at tangents. But there you go, that's me, once again. That's me. Yeah, I'm going on then. Yes, I owned a Wii, which was good, because, you know, it was great, because before people would complain, that was the best time. So when I was playing on the Wii, it was like when we was all playing on the Wii, you know, having a game of bowling, that was just a laugh, like playing with like lots of people, like 4 people or 2 people. I just found that good. Like Wii Sports, that was just fun to play. Obviously I came back after personal problems, you know, I'm not going to go into that. I came back to England, to live. I bought myself a PlayStation 3. Once I saved up some money, got a job and all that, I got a PlayStation 3. Great when I first bought it, but then I just got bored with it. I just got bored with the PlayStation 3, and I bought another Wii. I thought, well, it was good times over when I had it in America. I thought I'd buy another Wii, but I soon got bored with that, because it just wasn't the same playing it on your own. It ain't like the good old days you can invite your mates over. It's not like that no more with me. You know, my mates have all got their own lives, so having the Wii on my own, it just wasn't the same. I just easily got bored with it, so I ended up selling my PlayStation 3 and my Wii. Luckily, they sold. And since then, I have never been interested in buying another console. PlayStation 4, Xbox One did not interest me one bit. But as I say, I'm not going to say they're shit, because there's a lot of people that bought them, they love it. And, you know, it's a cheaper way to play games than like building your own PC, which could cost into the thousands of pounds. Just to get something, you know, just to play games on. I mean, you have to buy an Nvidia GTX graphics card these days to play the latest games, which is the minimum, well, price range. it's probably about £100 the cheapest. Plus then you've got to buy a new power supply unit, and then this, you've got to upgrade this. It's just not feasible for, you know, to play games on a PC anymore. You can't just go out and buy just a normal PC. Hang on, just got to answer the phone. Fucking stupid phone calls. Why a fucking phone? Like this stupid customer service fucking bullshit you have to fucking put up with these days. Who the fuck do they think we are? Think you are? I don't know how they got our number. It's ex-directory, our number. Anyway, never mind about that. Fucking hell. I've lost the thread what I'm saying now. Yeah, it's not feasible for everyone to go out and buy an expensive PC. So the console is the alternative, because they're a lot cheaper. You can play games on it, play the latest games on it. So I can't knock consoles. I'm not going to knock consoles because, you know, yes, they're in about the £300 mark, but comparing to a PC, a £300 PC probably is not going to play the latest games. Perhaps, but you probably have to spend about near enough 800 quid to get a PC that's going to play all the latest games. So yes, I can see, yeah, consoles are a good alternative to play games because, you know, they're just cheaper. I do not understand why the PC games are cheaper than console games though. That's something I cannot work out. But for PC users, it's great. Yeah, but to me, I personally would prefer a PC, because, as I say, it's not just for games with me. I can do other things on a PC, and it's feasible to have a computer, a PC that does virtually everything I want it to do. It plays games, it does my videos, I can make music on it, I can do business applications if I want to. Bloody hell, browse the internet with it. I know you can do that with consoles these days, but there's one thing that does piss me off about consoles these days, especially with the PlayStation 3 when I owned it, and with the Wii. You switch the fucking thing on, what's the first thing it does? Updates. No, you can't just play the fucking thing like you could in the old days. No, it's got to update itself, isn't it? Doesn't that piss you off? You got it for Christmas. You get it for Christmas or something like that. You switch it on. You can't wait to play the thing, can you? You cannot wait to play it. That's what you want to do. You want to shove your game in, play it. No, you don't do that these days. You got to wait for the thing to update, and that can take a fucking half hour. You don't want to fucking spend your entire Christmas waiting for the fucking thing to update, do you? No, we don't want that. We just want to play it, put it in, like with the old days with the Super Nintendo, for argument's sake. When you put the cartridge in, you switch it on, it's loaded. That's what you want, instant loading. None of this waiting. We don't want to wait. I mean, we had to wait for these things to load up in the days, but that was natural. It was cassettes. Of course, you had to. That's why we learned patience. You know, that's what we did. We learned patience because of these, waiting for these fucking things to load up. Probably about 5 minutes at average, 6 minutes, 7 minutes. I don't know. I can't remember. Well, but it doesn't matter, does it? But this is an argument between PC and console people. This argument will never be resolved. It ain't going to be resolved because, really, is it PC gamers having a go at console gamers? Because, oh yes, PC graphics are, yes, they're brilliant. If you know, you can spend about 5 to 10 grand on a system if you could afford it. Then you know the gaming experience is going to be fantastic, innit? Yeah, of course it is. Especially we got 3 screens, all the power you ever need, putting all the graphics so high. Yes, I can, for the enthusiastic gamer, yeah, maybe I could understand that, but it's not fair of the PC gamers to have a go at console gamers. You know, not everyone can afford that. You know, people or just want the convenience of sticking their consoles into their telly and playing their games. You know, I can understand that. PC gamers cannot have a go at console gamers. I just think that's totally unfair and really unnecessary, to be honest with you, and that's why this argument will never be resolved, because it's just a pointless argument, to be honest with you. It's just one of PC games all just bragging how much money they got. They can spend all this fucking money on a decent PC. Yes, it's fantastic. I would love to, but I don't have the money to do that. So if I was a more enthusiastic gamer, well, again, on a budget, yes, I would buy a console if I enjoyed my gaming as much as I used to. I don't anymore. Just, as I say, I'm just getting bored with games these days. It's all about graphics, not enough gameplay, and whatever majority of games I've seen just don't interest me. The only really games that did interest me, as I say, on the consoles was the Gran Turismo games, and yeah, they were great games, but there's a lot of games out there just don't interest me, and I just think, oh, I'm boring. I've seen it all before, especially a lot of these shooting games. It's just the same thing, going around with a gun or whatever. It's just no difference. The genre of games these days, there is no way as many what there was back in the day. No way. There was so many genres of games for these old 8-bit systems. Today, where is all the genre gone? It's just the same game. Driving game, or shooting game, or flying game. I don't know. It's just me. Maybe I'm getting old. I don't know. Perhaps I'm losing interest in gaming these days. Well, I have lost interest. That's why, to me, I've gone on with this subject long enough. Probably people have switched off already. But to me, I would rather have a PC than a console. For those reasons. For good reasons. But I'm not going to slate off the console users. Why should I? It's not my right to. But there you go. I think I'm going to bring this video to an end now. I've gone on long enough. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Till next time, and goodbye.